Okay, so what I want to talk to you about today is motivation, and that money isn't the only motivation, and not all motivation is fixed. Because one of the biggest misconceptions out there in the world is that we should be motivated by money and that our motivation should be consistent. And if our motivation isn't consistent, we're not committed enough. And all of that is not necessarily true for everybody. So one of the most common themes that I see coming up for coaches, course creators, and consultants around marketing their business is how to make money a motivator for them, or tap into any kind of consistency in being motivated to market and share their message. So I'm guessing that many of the marketing mentors out there do have a consistent motivation, or they've bought into the conditioning around it. And it's often tied to making money. And of course, they teach structures and strategies that rely on their students and clients accessing this same level of consistent motivation, but we aren't all made the same. For some of us, motivation is undefined, meaning that it's transient, fluid, and shifts based on who we're with, how the planets are aligned, and what we're doing. For some, it's more stable, defined in a consistent way, but not always related to money. It could be that we have a motivation to create success on our own terms. Or it could be that we're motivated to create a community that provides safety and security. Or perhaps we're just motivated by shaking things up a little bit and making an impact on the world. All of these motivations can be either consistent within us or transient. Finding the answer to my motivation dilemmas started with understanding the motivation of my ego center in my human design. Actually, it started well before that, but this was the key that actually gave me an answer, finding the answer. I mean, searching the answers, I've tried many, many, many different things over the years, but finding the answer has come through human design. For me, my motivation center is undefined, and it therefore makes it transient. And for too many years, I questioned that, wondering why all of these things that looked at my drivers and looked at everything else within me weren't consistent. In the presence of someone with defined motivation, or where our combined charts created a combined motivation, I'd be able to access motivation easily, effortlessly. But once they were gone, it would fade away. And then every now and then it would appear seemingly with no reason, but what I now know is because the planets are aligned and the channels in the universe were being created, and the energy flowing through from that was creating my motivation. For too long, this meant that I thought that I was broken. For too long, I thought that there was something wrong with me because my motivation wasn't consistent. And I wonder if you can relate. The truth is, though, I'm not broken. Neither are you. No one is broken. We're all whole and complete. Thanks to understanding my own human design, I now know that I just have transient motivation. It comes and it goes depending on who I'm with, where the planets are aligned, and what I'm doing. With this, I can do three things. One, when I'm not feeling motivated, I can be exceptionally compassionate with myself and just recognize that that is not a fixed or defined state for me. Motivation will come and go. Motivation around money comes very rarely for me. So even when I am with people, that is a channel that's not very often activated, and that's okay. Letting go of the conditions placed on myself, the conditioning that I experienced, allows me to come with compassion, and I invite you to do the same. The second thing this allows me to do is to leverage my other motor centers to bring about action and create momentum. For me, that means tapping into the pressure center to create momentum. This only works for me because I have a defined route. If you don't have a defined route, it won't work for you. There will be something in your chart. We all have something in our design that we can leverage to create momentum. We just need to discover what it is. And then the third is tapping into the connections that I make with others, or leveraging the planetary alignments to ensure that I'm making momentum the way that I want. So finding accountability buddies, coaches, and clients that define my motivation center and propel me into action, recognizing that my motivation is going to be the strongest when I'm with them and it's going to fade away. Also recognizing that when my motivation center is activated, the strongest motivation that I'm going to have is to do it my own way, and ensuring that my coaches understand that, ensuring they give me space to do things on my journey and on my path and really express my own uniqueness, because that is what motivates me the most. The other three I can tap into: the money, the community, the impact, absolutely. But for me, the strongest motivator is I did it my way. As Frankie said, I did it my way. Can't remember what song that's out. I mean, the I did it my way is, I think it's Frank Sinatra. I hope it's Frank Sinatra. Clearly not my space of strength. But that is my anthem. As Frankie said, I did it my way. Can't remember what song that's out of. Someone pop in the comments what that song is out of. I can access those other motivations, and yet I am far more likely to tap into doing it my way, success on my terms, and my motivation is going to be defined by what I define success as. So I hope that helps. If you want to understand your own human design and look at your motivation center and look at which of these little gates coming off the little funny triangle in the middle of our human design is, then please reach out. There is a call currently on my website at the time of recording that is 2 or 3 questions and a 30-minute unpack for $97. You can book that in. Otherwise, you could also consider jumping into the human design, creating a life you love with human design course. And I look forward to connecting with you. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. If they're simple, I will answer them here. Otherwise, I will share with you the link to jump on that $97 offer, 30 minutes, $97. Understand yourself, understand how you can create a life you love using human design as your roadmap or guide. I look forward to connecting with you soon.